these players work incredibly hard. The minutes that they put in, really, physical fatigue is one. But there have been talks about suggesting the dressing room isn't as happy of a camp as people think it is. I mean, most recently, the issue with Jack Grealish and the England camp, and Pep wasn't too happy with what came out of that. Do you think there is something in the dressing room?
It's mad, but you know, when things are going well, there's the camp's happy and everyone's so happy with the manager and the coaches and the players are all happy. But when results like 5 defeats in a row, you know, people start digging for stories and for things going wrong. And look, we're sitting from the outside looking in. I'm not saying there's a problem, but something doesn't seem to be ticking properly. You know, be that defensively, because at times they're conceding so many goals. Was it 16 goals in 12 games this year for City? That's not been heard of either. They're leaking goals for fun. They're not scoring goals,
I think
of
with
course,
the fourth
as well.
one, it's 17 now, I believe.
Is it 17?
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Wow.
The Brennan Johnson one made it 17.
17 goals in 12 games. That is
just to give you a context. Last season, they only conceded 34 goals across the entire season.
Wow.
So we're already halfway through, and we're barely a third.
I mean, it's easy just to
into
point
the
the
season.
finger at Rodri and go, it's because of one player. And
Yeah, but it's not just.
no, I know it's not just that, but he is such a player that means so much to the team. But the job as Pep Guardiola has, he's one of the highest paid managers in world football. He's got to solve that problem, because all the top teams lose the big players. At the minute, it doesn't look like he's got the solution, because it's chance after chance. And as I say, Tottenham deserved the 4 goals.
Bobby, what do you think? How does he solve this?
I don't know. I'm certainly shoring up that defence. Maybe it is not. Listen, let's keep 3 bodies at home the whole time. Let's just make sure we don't concede a goal from a counter attack again. Let's try and take that out of the game. If we take it out of the game, that's going to stop 50–60% of the goals we concede.
I mean, it's not rocket science, is it, Michelle? We actually sat here a couple of hours ago before the show, and we showed Traore's chances at Fulham, and we showed a few other chances. You know, they've been so open this year, and you would say, as if we're, what do you call us, experts, I suppose, sitting here, have they learned from that? Well, clearly after watching tonight, they haven't learned from that, because they've done the exact same mistakes. They're wide open at the back.
Is it a manager being stubborn, like we said about Ange? We said about
possibly,
Amaran, who's going to come in at Manchester City. He's got a certain way of playing. That's how I'm going to stay. That's how I'm going to play. Is it the same with Pep?
Possibly.
Listen, because you shore that up. You don't send every single fullback forward. Don't get Walks going every single time. Stay at home for a little bit. We have enough talent. We have enough class in front of us to be able to create chances. But let's just.
I don't think it's in his DNA, but I really don't think it's in Pep Guardiola's DNA to be solid.
Because listen, on next weekend when you come up against.
I don't disagree with what you're saying, but I'm just saying. I think you're right what you're saying, but I don't think it's in his DNA to go, we need to be more defensive. Sit with 2 sitting midfielders and maybe the front 4 or whatever, 5, you go and win the game for us. You know, he always plays with the fullbacks bombing forward. He always wants to attack. He always wants to create chances. But the other side of the coin is they're wide open at the back. The balance is clearly not right in the team, and that's something he has to get right really quickly.
You cannot let Mo Salah have that much space.
No.
You cannot allow that.
No.
So something must change for next weekend.
Something's got to change. I mean, you can't play. You can't play
the
that
other
much
thing
of
is,
a high
well,
line.
does he go into that game now thinking we have to win? I know, Michelle, you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Or does he go there and go, do you know what? We have to stop. We have to stop the rot. We have to try and go there and get a draw.
You just said he's not going to change.
I know he's not. Because I don't think he will. But what I'm saying as well, if they beat Southampton tomorrow, which clearly they probably should, you know, if Liverpool won next week at Anfield, you know, well, it's too early to say, but
11 points.
It's a long way back.
Yeah.